morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm grateful that you chose to hang out with me here again on Wisdom on Wednesday. And I'm Ray, your host. Thankful for your commentary. Thank you for sharing podcast information. Thank you for introducing me to your friends. Thank you for just participating on this wisdom journey over these last couple of years. I've grown. Hopefully you've grown. Hopefully we can continue to grow our community. Keep sharing the podcast. Keep liking. We appreciate the subs. Thank you so much for your time and your efforts. We just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Our last podcast did really well. Went a little viral. So if you haven't had a chance to share it with somebody, go back and look at the podcast entitled Everyone Has a Story. That one was beneficial, I believe. Per usual, spending time with the Lord, trying to find some place for us to continue to grow. And I believe in order for the community to grow, I first have to grow. So I thank God for the opportunities to continue to do some introspection, learning from my past mistakes, and making decisions that will be better for my future, my family's future, and those people that trust to hear what I have to say. So, wise people, keep this in mind. You're the only person responsible for your happiness. Wise people, you are responsible for your own happiness. I remember as a young boy, man, I like to call myself, as a young man, I always found fault in my mother. It wasn't that she made so many issues and things were wrong because she did them, but she was my hero. And oftentimes, you've never noticed that the people that you're most frustrated with are the people you hold in the highest esteem. I'll save that for another day. There's just something in the person being at the top of the totem pole that you hold them responsible for what's for dinner. You hold them responsible for not waking you up at the right time. You hold them responsible for everything that didn't go your way. But on the other side of that coin, we rarely give them their accolades and their flowers for the things that they do. We're weird people, aren't we? So I was in one of my hissy fits that being an 80s baby back in the day, on Fridays, we used to enjoy Little Caesars pizza. This generation really is excited about the $5 pizzas, and that's cool. But there's a generation of us that really enjoy pizza. It wasn't necessarily the pizza that was on the inside. It was what it symbolized. It meant that at Friday, everybody can let their hair down just a little bit. School was out, people were off work. Our parents were going to have a longer party after we all went to sleep. But I loved tearing the paper off of the pizza because there was something about the mozzarella cheese that stuck to the paper, and it just gave me something deeper to look forward to outside of enjoying my couple of slices of pizza, trying to beat my cousin to the combo slice. But the thing is that I would get frustrated at my mother if she opened up the pizza box or the paper before me. Nothing that I had any opportunity or even reason to be upset for, but it was just something in my mind that I figured that it was mine. It was my responsibility. And once she had let me do it a couple of times, that meant that I was looking forward to doing that every time. We're going somewhere, hang with me. But one day she let my cousin open up the paper. And he knew I had an affinity of eating the cheese off the paper. And as he was enjoying the cheese, he found a way to look around the room and lock eyes with me. It seemed like in that moment, right when he started eating the cheese, he put his hand up a little bit above his head and the cheese was just dripping down his hand. And he locked eyes with me. It could have been my imagination, but he had a grin on his face, almost like the cheese was that much more enjoyable because he was eating it and I wasn't. It could just be my imagination. I wasn't upset with him for him taunting me. I wasn't upset with him for him looking at me with disdain and also enjoyment. I was upset with my hero. You see, the reason I felt the way I felt was because my hero allowed my enemy, my arch nemesis, my cousin, my brother, my man. When you're little kids, you don't really know who your friends are, but I thank God for him. So back to the story. I was upset because my hero allowed somebody else to enjoy something that I thought was mine. My hero gave somebody else opportunity when I thought I was the only one that could be able to have that opportunity. I felt like she overlooked me because it was a situation where I was looking forward to the pizza, I was looking forward to tearing the paper, and I was looking forward to taunting my cousin in the same manner in which she taunted me. But she didn't give me the opportunity. Friends, there's times where my happiness, my joy, my whole excitement about Friday was gone in one decision because I was looking for someone else to make me happy. I was looking for somebody else's decisions to satisfy my insatiable appetite. I was looking for somebody else's decisions and the way they dictated their lives to make me feel better. Wise friends, we have to be very cautious of putting that responsibility on everyone else. You see, because when we find out who we are, what we like, what makes us happy, we are the only ones who are accountable to do those things. Because then, if we put those expectations on other people, when they do not fulfill those unexpressed expectations, we have disappointment in our heart that we've never expressed an expectation from those people. And when we don't express those expectations, now we have a figment of our imagination with a whole attitude about something that we didn't even talk about. So now we're disappointed because somebody's made us sad and they didn't even have a clue that we felt that way or they had an expectation. Can you relate? Well, I want you to take your joy back. I want you to take the responsibility of making yourself happy back. I want you to wake up every day with a goal in mind. That's something you're going to do every day that's productive, that's going to bring you joy. Something that's going to make you happy because you made it happen. Not sad or not sleeping in the bed with the covers pulled up to your eyebrows because someone didn't call you, because somebody didn't check on you, because somebody didn't keep their promise. That's their business. What you're responsible for is your own happiness. What you're responsible for is your own productivity. What you're responsible for is your own emotions. So my ask for you today is simple. You need to be more responsible for your happy. You need to be more responsible for the things that make you happy. You need to be more responsible for the actions that you allow to keep happening in your life that you will not address. Recognize this, friend. If you won't face it, you'll never fix it. There's a conversation you need to have. Somebody's been talking to you in a manner in which you have deemed it disrespectful. And just because you feel that way, that person may not have that same thought process. So sometimes it's worth having a conversation so you can have clarity. Or maybe they did mean it that way, but at least you understand how they're moving and the reason why they're doing it that way. But if you never express your expectations, they will never be met. And what happens when you have unmet expectations, you have arguments in your mind. You have full-blown disagreements in your mind, and you never ever brought this issue to the person. Can you relate? So there's times where you've got to make a demarcation in your own life and say, I'm responsible for my health. I'm responsible for my mental health. I'm responsible for my emotions. I'm responsible for my spiritual life. I'm responsible for the things that make me feel like going forward. I am no longer giving my power to someone else to make me feel good. I'm no longer giving my power away to somebody that makes me feel insignificant, and I know that I'm smart.com. I'm no longer giving my power away to let somebody make me feel small just because they don't agree with my opinion. You have to take the responsibility of making yourself happy. You have to take the responsibility of calculating your day, walking through your day, checking off your list, and being excited about nothing unless it's small enough to say, I made my bed today. I put my slippers under the bed. I took a shower early in the day. I did things that made me feel good. I read my Bible. I didn't wait for somebody to tell me to read. I read because I want to know more about God. I spent time praying, not because I have to. I spent time praying because I get to. Find something that makes you happy, because if you do not know how to make your own self happy, you'll be in a prison of other people's opinions and their actions. Who wants to live like that? Every time somebody says something that you don't like, you have a bad attitude. Every time somebody says something that makes you feel like they're speaking to you directly, you have a bad attitude. Just because somebody doesn't rock with you, that is not your business. And just because somebody doesn't agree with you, that is not your business. You have to find a way to maintain your sanity and your happiness coupled with joy and continue to live this short life. If you continue to live your life through the eyes of the perspective of other people, you'll always be conflicted. You have to come to the space of knowing, I'm not going to please everybody. Everybody is not going to enjoy what I have to offer, and that's okay. Everybody's not going to be happy with how I disseminate information. That's okay. Some people may think that I don't listen. People may think you talk too much. That's okay. But there is a community out there waiting for you. Somebody who's been waiting for somebody who can be the life of the party. A motor mouth that never shuts up. Somebody who has trouble sitting down because they're so energetic about life. They've been waiting for you. So don't let the people that you may be sitting in the wrong company make you feel bad about the gifts that God put in you for somebody else to enjoy. There is a community for you, but you have to be about the business of making certain you know how to responsibly handle the joy that is your responsibility. You have to responsibly handle the happiness that is your responsibility. Never let somebody else's opinion make you second guess who you are and what you have to offer. Just because people don't agree doesn't mean you don't have value. Just because people don't see it your way doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means that they don't understand the way you see it. That's the best part about why God made us the way we do. We all shouldn't see things the same way, but the benefit of us coming together in community, in fellowship, and learning how our brothers and sisters see things, and being able to submit, being able to back off just a little bit so our brothers and sisters can shine sometimes. It's important to be able to hear opposing views so we can all learn, adjust, and grow together. But if we're always in a space of falling back when people don't agree with us, falling back when we feel like we don't fit in, falling back when it seems like you're getting left out of the conversations, you need to learn how to speak up. If that's something you want, you got to start being what you want. The Bible reminds us, if you want friends, you got to show yourself friendly. But have the courage to be who you are. Don't compromise who you are to fit in, but make certain that you're excited about who God made you and be that person for the rest of your days, because you're the only one that can be you. Find the energy, find the courage to be excited about who you are, because I'm definitely excited about who you are, and I'm excited to see the new you walking in your purpose because God made you on purpose. I want you to remember that God loves you more than you can possibly imagine. This is Ray with Wisdom on Wednesday. God bless you and have a wonderful day and encouraging.